Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me here at Major Arcanum. My name is Valerie, and I never introduce myself because I feel like most of my information is in the description box if you want to know more. But I suppose I could or should do a little bit more, right? So let's see. I'm going to pull 4 cards. We're going to talk about what's going on, what is it that you don't see, the advice, and also the outcome if you follow that advice. So we have Justice card and the Chariot. I keep pulling Major Arcana cards. I can't even stop it. So the Empress and the King of Pentacles as well. And this one is making a reappearance, so I kind of like that. I love it anytime the Empress card makes its appearance, right? Justice card does signal that there is some kind of decision, right? Or at least if there is an indecision, I feel that you might be struggling with balance. Justice card could also represent some kind of legal situation for some, not for everybody, but I do sense that there might be some emphasis on balancing, maybe work-life balance, or could be romantic partners, or just options that you might have professionally, financially, maybe investors, something like that. But balancing some kind of contract or relationship. Justice card also represents maybe some kind of indecision, not knowing which way to move or which way to lean. And I feel that, you are sometimes lacking clarity, right? You see that there's a blindfold on this person. The eyes are covered, which means you need more information to gain a little bit more clarity before you make a decision, right? Or a little bit more clarity to help restore balance, something like that. So what is it that you don't see as the Chariot card? This is Cancer energy to me. This card does represent that. It's Chariot is kind of a protective type of vibe, right? It's kind of like things are happening at a very quick rate. Could be that you need to decide. Maybe there's a decision that you need to make, but there's urgency in that decision, right? There might be a timing issue as far as this decision goes. So it could be like if, for example, there's a court date and you have to come to some kind of terms, right? What are the terms? It's kind of like you have to make that decision a little bit more urgently. The Chariot card represents that pace at which things are moving. Now, it's also, like I said earlier, Cancer energy ruled by the moon. Could be that things are changing. You might feel a little weird or a little like you can't pinpoint quite what's going on in your mood, but it's because the moon is a little bit of a guarded type of energy. It also operates in phases, right? We have the crescent moon, the half moon, full moon, and so on. And so I feel that you just are in a different phase of the moon, right? And that's why your mood might be sometimes up and sometimes down, kind of adding to the fuel of indecision, right? Because one day you feel this way and one day you feel that way. It's attributing or adding to the hardship of making a choice. But I feel that there is some kind of urgency in a decision. Now, maybe it means relocating, right? You're deciding whether to relocate. The Chariot card, there's some kind of deadline approaching or some kind of date approaching that you have to make a decision by. And I feel that you've just not received all the information, and you're worried that you're going to make this decision out of haste, and will it be the right one? And I feel that you're struggling with that. So the Empress card is your advice. And this means do what's right for you. You have to take care of number one before you can take care of anything or anyone else, right? And I use this example all the time when there's some kind of on an airplane, if there were some kind of emergency and the oxygen tanks or the oxygen masks release, that you are instructed to give yourself the oxygen first and then assist others as needed, right? And it's because you need to nurture yourself, give yourself the care in an effort to, or in order to be able to help others, right? Because you can't help anybody if you are passed out from lack of oxygen. So this is that kind of energy. Take care of numero uno. I feel that the Empress card is nurturing some kind of energy within yourself. By doing that, it helps you tip the scales to restore balance, right? Within yourself. It's a very nurturing energy. So nurture yourself. You will be able to determine what it is that you need, what's best for you, right? So making decisions for yourself and not for anybody else. For if it were a job, for example, right? You have a deadline before you have to accept, before they want to move on to the next candidate, right? So it's kind of like, okay, am I making the best decision for myself, or am I making the decision because they're rushing me, you know? So I kind of feel like this is make the best decision for yourself. Try to kind of filter out all those other pressures and responsibilities, and make sure that you're making the best decision for yourself. So nurturing yourself, it's Venus energy, so it does represent things that value, your value system. What is important to you? Is it your reputation? Is it your family? Is it your relationship, your job, your finances? Whatever it is to you, I feel that this is a reminder to stay true to yourself, right? And take care of yourself and the things that are important to you. Now, King of Pentacles in the outcome position is a great card because this represents security and prosperity. By making the best decision for yourself, right? I mean, there are always going to be other factors, right, of you making your decision, but make yourself the priority here. By doing that, the King of Pentacles represents a long-term choice, right? A long-term scenario. The King of Pentacles represents security, prosperity, stability. So I feel that by keeping yourself in mind and taking care of numero uno, it will result in a long-term and very secure, very stable state of mind, and a very secure and stable trajectory on your path, whatever path that you are considering right now, whether it is love or business or finances or whatever. Stay true to yourself. It will result in a good long-term investment for the duration, right? It's long-term, whatever the situation that you're making is. Let's pull. Okay. Let's pull one final card. This will be the supporting message from the universe has your back. Let's see. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. This is my first time pulling this card. But I do wish you so much luck in your situation. Thank you so much for being here with me, and take care. Bye.